What is going on? VitalSyntax here, and today EA officially announced Battlefield 4. Now, this game has kind of been under speculation over the past couple weeks on whether or not it's going to exist, or if DICE and EA are going to start working on Bad Company 3, which is obviously the other Battlefield title that has kind of been in the works from DICE. But officially this morning, they did announce that Battlefield 4 is currently being developed by DICE under EA, and that is going to see a beta release in fall of 2013. So now I can suspect that they will probably see a full release sometime in winter of 2013, probably somewhere around October, November, December, just like we saw with Battlefield 3 this year. Now, they also announced that you can pre-order Medal of Honor Warfighter, which is the new Medal of Honor game that's coming out later this year. That's actually currently in alpha trials right now. They announced that if you pre-order Medal of Honor Warfighter, that you actually get early access to the Battlefield 4 beta. So I'm guessing that they're going to do the same type of thing they did with Battlefield 3. If you guys remember, if you pre-ordered Medal of Honor 2010, you would get early access to the Battlefield 3 beta, although it was open to everybody a little bit later on. And they also had an alpha trial, and seeing as they also have an alpha trial for Medal of Honor Warfighter, my guess is how it's going to work is we're going to see a Battlefield 4 alpha, and then a early Battlefield 4 beta that's going to be invited from people who pre-ordered Medal of Honor Warfighter, and then it'll probably see an open beta like we did last year with Battlefield 3. They also announced that Medal of Honor Warfighter is going to be using the same battle log system that Battlefield 3 used. If you notice on battle log, there's a little drop down menu somewhere in the top left corner, I believe, that allows you to theoretically switch games if battle log supported more games than just Battlefield 3. So I suspect that Medal of Honor is going to be completely integrated within battle log, and you'll be able to switch between the two games quite easily. Now, some people were worried that because they announced because they announced Battlefield 4, that DICE is going to stop development on Battlefield 3, and obviously we're expecting a lot more DLC for that game. But they did say specifically that they are going to continue to support Battlefield 3, even though they are working on Battlefield 4. So my guess is they probably have a set team that's set aside to work on the DLC for Battlefield 3, which my guess is they have most of it probably already done. That's usually how DLC works. They usually get most of it done even when the game is ready to be released, but they hold on to it just so they can have DLC material, which I think is kind of lame, but at the same time most people are doing it nowadays. But anyway, so they probably have a set team of a couple of people working on the DLC, polishing it up, and then they have the rest of the entire DICE team that's going to be working on Battlefield 4. Now, they also said that Medal of Honor and Warfighter, or just Medal of Honor in general, and Battlefield in general, are going to be alternating year to year to try and compete with Call of Duty. Obviously, Call of Duty has a every year release cycle. They've been releasing a Call of Duty every single year around the same time, around fall or winter of each year. And they've obviously been the king when it comes to first-person shooters and gaming as a whole. And EA is kind of attempting to take that crown back by having Medal of Honor release one year, Battlefield release the next year, Medal of Honor release the next year, Battlefield the next year, so they can kind of get on that same cycle. Which I don't know if I have really an opinion on that yet. We'll see how it plays out. But let me know in the comments down below how you feel about all this new information. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to give me a like or a favorite, and I'll see you guys in the next video.